Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Tavern. I'm your dapper bard here with another Tavern tale. This time, we're looking at the Zodiac sign of the Leo for all you late July, early August babies. The Leo is the second fire sign we're covering, and while the Aries was very aggressive and argumentative and tough, the Leo is a little bit different. People born under the sign of Leo are said to be very prideful, confident, and no matter what, want to be the center of attention. They oftentimes will push others to be better, and of course, can oftentimes be very optimistic and very energized and ready to go. However, there are some major consequences to being born under the sign of the Leo. First off, you can be seen as very self-centered and uncaring to those who may have helped you get to where you are. Also, while you are very confident, that confidence can easily be shaken. And if not supported with compliments, praise, or just the love and support of others around you, all that confidence can just fall apart and you can just more or less, give up on your situation. In addition to that, while some aspects of the Leo work really well for leadership, but the negative aspects of the sign can ruin your ability to be a leader by looking at people with less respect or even getting annoyed by those who don't live up to your standards. Leos can also be very jealous and very competitive, especially if they feel like someone is trying to take something away from them or is trying to push them into a lower position. So, some major positives, some really good things, but just be careful of those negative traits because those can really cause you a lot of trouble. Now, I know we're not here for the astrology, we're here for the mythology, and this is one I've been looking forward to for so long. This is the story of the Nemian lion. Oh boy, this is a good one. The Nemian lion is the first task that Heracles must face in the 12 labors of Heracles. It is a lion whose mane is golden, beautiful, and invulnerable to damage from mortal weapons. And its claws are sharper than swords. You're looking at a beast who will kill you if you mess with it. And this beast has a pretty interesting lineage. Unfortunately, it also has that problem, as I've said in some of the previous videos, where there's contradicting stories. So I will do my best to simplify the story in order to make it more understandable. It is generally believed that the Nemian lion is the child of Orthrus. Orthrus, of course, is the brother of Cerberus. Orthrus is a two-headed dog and a lesser-known monster amongst Greek mythology, and of course Cerberus is the three-headed dog and one of the most famous monsters in all of Greek mythology, as it is the guardian of the realm of Hades. We will get to Cerberus and the realm of Hades in a much later date. Both those dogs are born of Typhon and Echidna, and you may remember Typhon from one of my previous stories for Pisces. Typhon and Echidna are the parents of all monsters. Orthrus's mate, on the other hand, is kind of a question mark. There are three ones that come up. The first is the Chimera. Chimera is another child of Typhon and Echidna. It has a snake for a tail, a lion's body, and a goat's head. It is a powerful monster, and we will get to that when we get to the story of Pegasus and Bellerophon. This would basically mean that Orthrus got together with one of its sisters, or, well, I mean, depending on how you want to view the monster birthings, because a lot of monsters are really different from each other, and very few are born at the same time, like Orthrus and Cerberus, but it is the same parentage. So, sister, for lack of a better word. The second one is that he mated with Echidna, which means that Echidna would have mated with one of her own children. which, again, they're both monsters. It's still kind of weird. And the last one is that he mated with Ceto, which makes no sense whatsoever. Ceto is the mother of Echidna, so again, we're still going on that same family line, which is ick. But Ceto was also one of the Titans who was defeated by the gods in the ancient times. The defeat of the various Titans is why Gaia gave birth to Typhon, which means somehow Ceto, who would have been defeated by the gods, sent to Tartarus, got out and helped create the Nemian lion? See, it makes no sense, right? So I generally go with the Chimera story as it makes the most sense of our options. And the Chimera already has a lion body, so you're already having that lion part involved in the equation. The final aspect of the Nemian lion's kind of origins is that Hera had some sort of involvement, either created it or used her magic to magically enhance a lion, and possibly had some control over it. However, I believe this was added in later as a way of tying Hera into the lion, as Hera and her desire to kill Heracles are kind of interwoven stories, and so it kind of ties them better together. And that doesn't feel right to me, though Hera is tied in with various other monsters. So again, multiple retellings, multiple ways to make us all confused. But let's get to the story itself. Heracles was sent by King Eurystheus to go and slay this lion, which was supposed to be impossible. Weapons can't harm it. Its claws are sharper than swords. You're gonna die. That was kind of the plan. Heracles goes out there and he gets to the village of Cleone, wherein he runs into a child who says, "Oh, we've been waiting for a hero to come and free us from the Nemian lion. If you can slay it within the next 30 days, we will have a great celebration in the name of Zeus, who has brought this hero to save us. But if you fail, I will be sacrificed so that hopefully Zeus will bring us a hero who can defeat the lion." So, no pressure. Heracles goes on the hunt for the lion, preparing his bow and arrow. And to just give you context for how powerful Heracles is with his bow, there is a story that says that one time Apollo was carrying the sun over the land, and he was angry, and so it was really extra hot, and Heracles couldn't handle it. He just it's too hot! And he grabbed his bow, knocked an arrow, aimed it up, and said, "Apollo, knock it off." And here's the thing. The god of the sun, a god who has incinerated others for insulting him, backed down. He knew that if Heracles fired off that arrow, he would be messed up. And he went, "Yeah, sorry, bro. Sorry. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I'm cooling off. Everything's cool. We're all cool here. We're funzy. We're cool." So, yeah, that's the level of archery power we're talking about here. This is a bow that could one-shot anything. When Heracles found the lion, he fired off his bow. And he fired it off again. And again. And each arrow hit the lion's mane and deflected off like it was nothing. Every one of his attacks was completely futile. However, the lion didn't really like getting attacked like that, and as Heracles came charging at it with its club, the lion decided, sometimes caution is the better part of valor, and left into the brush. It took Heracles a week to track it down and find out where it was hiding, and in the process discovered the lair of the beast. When he did, he had to come up with a plan to defeat the beast. So, while oftentimes Heracles can be seen as a bit of a brute, using brawn over brains, this is one of those times where he actually thought this through. And he entered the cave quietly, listening for the lion, hoping to hear its sleeping noises. And he did. And he tracked down to its lair. He took his mighty club and smacked it on the head, and the lion came to, but was dazed and stunned, but its head was lifted up off the ground, looking for the one who would dare strike it. And Heracles used this moment. He let go of his club and wrapped his arms around the lion, slowly choking it until finally it died. And that is how he slayed the Nemian lion. Not with blades, not with clubs, not with arrows, with his own bare hands, choking the life out of the animal. And then, rather than carrying the body back, he took the blades of the lion's claw and skinned the lion with it, producing a beautiful golden lion pelt, and took the pelt back with him to the king and laid it down before him in the throne room. And the king was so freaked out by this, not only by how powerful Heracles was that he could slay that lion, but the fact that he then skinned it and brought it to him, that the king said, "Nope, you are no longer allowed in my castle. You are no longer allowed in my lands. When you bring back the proof of your victory, you do it at the front gates. I'm taking the risk on you entering my place with whatever weirdness you got going on if you're super strength. I ain't down with that." And so Heracles said very well, took the pelt, was told what his next task was. It was to slay the Hydra. Along the way, of course, he had faced the crab from Cancer as a side quest and went on his way. Interestingly enough, Heracles did take the pelt of the lion and turn it into armor for himself, because if that pelt was strong enough to withstand attacks by mortal men, it would be more than enough to help him survive attacks by the various monsters and other challenges that faced him in the course of the 12 labors. So oftentimes you will see artwork or what have you of Heracles, and you'll have like a yellow, outfit or golden colored outfits or, beast pelts, and that is supposed to be the pelts of the Nemian lion. Told you it was an awesome story. I hope this has given you a renewed appreciation for the awesomeness that is the sign of Leo. And if you are a Leo, let me know in the comments. So, we can all praise and compliment you more and more, because we know you live off of those. Thank you for watching. If you have a myth you want me to explore or discuss, let me know in the comments below. And until next time, I'll see you at the tavern.